From me to you, third Sunday of Easter, there are two accounts of Jesus appearing to his apostles in the upper room. On Easter Sunday, St. John's account and St. Luke's. As you would expect, the two accounts tell basically the same story, each adding their own details and perspective. But one thing that stands out in both accounts is the identical account of the first words the risen Christ said to his apostles: "Peace be with you." Jesus told his disciples at the Last Supper, "Peace I leave you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid." Sounds a lot like what he says to those same apostles in today's gospel. Peace be with you. Why are you troubled? And why do questions arise in your hearts? The peace of Christ is not like the peace the world thinks. It's not just about non-violence or a quiet atmosphere. The peace of Christ is an internal peace, peace of the heart, so that even when there are all sorts of violence and disturbances around you, like the apostles locked in the upper room, afraid the Sanhedrin or the Romans would come and arrest them and crucify them, even then you can have true and inner peace. Like the apostles go from being terrified to having incredulous joy. Moreover, this peace comes directly from Christ, and we receive it only by being with Christ. We see in today's gospel as Jesus seeks to reassure his apostles that he is really there with them, really alive, by showing them his wounded hands and eating with them. With Christ, there is no reason to fear or to have a troubled heart, but only to be at peace. At the very end of the Last Supper, Jesus prays to his Father that they may all be one. As you, Father, are in me and I am in you, may they also be in us. So the fullness of the peace of Christ comes not merely being with him, but from being one with him, being united to him. The Eucharist, or rather the communion with Christ that the Eucharist brings about and strengthens, is the source of true peace. The Church reminds us of this at every Holy Mass. Right before we receive communion, the priest prays to Christ, recalling his words from the Last Supper. Lord Jesus Christ, you said to your apostles, "Peace I leave you, my peace I give you." Then speaking of the Church, he says, "Graciously grant her peace and unity." And then he turns to the people and says, "Peace be with you." Then the invitation to give each other a sign of peace is made. Unfortunately, what happened over the years is we have lost sight of what's really happening. Here we forget, not as the world gives peace, do I give peace. So many times the sign of peace becomes entirely about worldly peace. But it's not about us and good feelings of friendship, and certainly not about saying hello or good to see you to your neighbor. It's supposed to be about the risen Christ present on the altar in the Eucharist saying, "My peace be with you because I am here," and about the spiritual fruit of the truest peace that comes not just from being in his presence, but being truly united with him in holy communion. So I say to you, peace be with you. Shalom.